Welcome to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast,
where we've flipped the script with our groundbreaking modus operandi to bring you real, relevant, and relatable tactics and techniques to master your own play to win mindset.
Talk about a superpower. It's time to iron your cape.
What we know for sure is what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one is really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Welcome to the Edge, where playing not to lose is not an option. Hey, Care.
Yes, Jen.
Why was the fox stuck in the past?
I don't know. Why was the fox stuck in the past?
Because it was a 20th century fox.
All right, Barley. I think you should have went with the ones with the profanity.
I know, keeping it clean here at this particular moment. But welcome to this week's episode. We're going to continue on with some lessons learned from Karen's last book that I don't know if it was the last book you read, but the book that you read recently that has some really interesting perspectives about life, right?
Oh, big time. And you know what? Actually, it's very funny how you said we're keeping it clean. This book does anything but that. I don't think that there's ever a book that I've read that mentions the F word. And notice that I'm saying just the F word, Jen, more often than this book. And I recommend the audio version. It's a good book. But so one of the concepts that David Goggins talks about is the concept of small minds and weak people kill big dreams. And essentially it's about, you might have some clear goals, you'll be working on yourself, but if you have the wrong people around you, there's a good chance that you're not going to get to where you want to go because they're going to just essentially suck the life out of you. And one thing he talks about is when he kind of selects his crew, he doesn't look, because he's an elite runner. I'm not going to go into all the information about him, but he did a lot of really ultra races. And what he does is he looks for people that has a foxhole mentality. And what he means by that, he doesn't choose them for their running ability. They choose them because they all understood him. They appreciated his mindset, knew how far he was willing to go and push himself. And these people that were in the foxhole were ready to do whatever it took to help him hit his goals. So in military speak, quite frankly, a foxhole is a fighting position. In life, it's your inner circle. These are the people that you surround yourself with. They know your history. They know what you want. They are aware of your goals. And also they know your limits. But the thing is, one little bit of a difference here, though, they talk about because it's a fighting position that a foxhole can easily metaphorically become your grave in the real world. So it's really important about who you invite in.
I love that, right? So thinking about your inner circle, and it's what do you want? What do you expect from your inner circle, right? What are your wishes and dreams of the qualities that those people have? Why do you choose the people to be a part of your inner circle that you do have in your inner circle? And I love the concept of the foxhole, because the foxhole is we're a team, we're in this together. What I want is important to you. What you want is important to me. And so I love that.
Jen, it reminds me of this old quote, and I can't remember who said it. But something about like, if your friends won't change you, change your friends, or if
you don't like your friends, change your friends.
Right. Or if you can't change your friends, change your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that that's a big part of this, because you don't want somebody in your foxhole that doesn't have faith, or is going to try to help you stay comfortable, by kind of saying, all right, yeah, you can pack it in now. You can chill. You can take a rest. when you know that you have more. And I think that so often what happens is people surround themselves with people that are going to kind of get complacent with them. And they're not going to stretch them for some reason or another. And like, you don't want somebody, well, let me put it this way. I don't want somebody in my foxhole who, and this was something about in the book that he says, you know, I don't want somebody in my foxhole who's going to give me permission to pack it in or wave the white flag when shit looks like it's going south. Like,
Exactly. No, I know it makes you think about, like some people in your inner circle might be like, oh, you deserve a break. You should take some time off. Eat the cookie. It doesn't matter. Like sort of a rationalization for whatever reason, to have you step away from who you say you really want to be. And that's not foxhole worthy mentality, right? I want someone to say, Jen Barley, you said this was important to you. Let's go. Like, I'll help you figure out what's in your way, but we are going to move forward because I care about you, your goals, what you want out of life as much as you do. Right?
Yeah. And I think that like you want the people in your foxhole who are going to challenge you, who are not going to be a bunch of yes men, who are not going to be like, okay, yeah, you can, like you just said, you can stop or you can quit or that was good. Like, that's just like, that's not the kind of person that I want. It's funny because in this book they talk about, he goes, you want the husband or the wife who, when you want to snooze that alarm on a freezing morning, they shake your ass up and say, get out of bed and go. Like, you're not going to miss this training run or, whatever it is, whether it's, you're really being really mindful of what you're eating. You don't want somebody that's going to be like, oh yeah, you can skip it. Like you were just saying today, like be as committed and disciplined if you're going to help me. And if you're not, then like, just kind of stay away on that one.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was on a mastermind retreat the other week, and I was jotting down. It was very reflective, and it was a great time to get together and to be able to figure out like what do I want more of, etc. And I was making the qualities of what I want, and I want to say I didn't know it at the time, but for people in my foxhole. Right. So, but just sort of relationships, friendships, people I'm around, etc. And I decided that I'm actually going to have a selection process of what that is and what are those qualities, because time is limited and I do want to have deeper relationships and deeper connections with friends. And I want to have it with the right friends. Right. And so some of the words I wrote down are, growth oriented, have to be learning junkies, doesn't have to be about the same things I'm learning, but just really that stretching, growing, having some level of personal awareness and not sort of same story, different day, but really about, this is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. This is what's important to me. This is what I'm learning. This is how I'm moving forward. And also, these are the things you keep repeating and not taking action on, right? So it could go two ways. Talking about things that really matter, being inspirational and providing inspiration for other people, being more purposeful and intentional in the way that people show up in the world. And it definitely has to be two-way. That's one thing I'm realizing is that it's important to have people reach out as much as I reach out. Or let's not just talk about your challenges. Let's talk about other things as well. So all those things that are thinking about, I guess what I'm saying, Karen, in a long, long way, is that I want to be able to show up and root people on to where they want to be in life and help them get to where they want to go and be a person that will support them in doing that. And that's what I want in return.
You know what, Jen, and so that makes me think of a couple different things. And I think that to get to that spot that you're in, it takes, like, you got to know who you are. Like, you have to be solid enough in who you are as an individual, because you're a person who absolutely 100% challenges your own thinking, right? And shaking off old belief systems and things that don't work for you anymore, or things that you've outgrown. It's like, okay, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, sold the t-shirt. And I think that that's imperative for that to happen first, because I think it makes you more solid in being able to pick the people in your selection process of your foxhole, because you're not looking for them to kind of, I don't know how I want to say this. You're not looking to them to fulfill you as a person. You're looking for them to enhance and help you grow. And I think that so often what happens with people get into your foxhole by default, and it's like, okay, great. These people are in here. Why? Because I've known them for 30 years. And, old friends are great. Shared history is really cool, but not everybody that's been in your life for a really long time is looking out for your best interest to challenge and help you grow. It's more of a comfort zone thing, because I think that a lot of people sometimes get a little bit, I don't know if threaten's a good word, but they're like, wait, you're going to try what? Or you're going to do what? Or why would you do that? Because it's their belief system. Like, I don't want people to believe everything I say. Like, I don't even believe everything I say sometimes. So, like, wait, where did that thought even come from?
I think you nailed it, though, so many times. And I really challenged people listening to this episode of, are people in your foxhole by default or by design? And if so, what are they contributing? What are you contributing to them? And how's it all working for you? Right. And I do think that a lot of times we just go to default for so many ways. And also to find the foxhole inner circle that you want, it does take energy and effort. And it is totally a two-way street. And I think it's such an interesting concept. And you had shared with me outside of this episode some of the things that were written in this book, and how Goggins really defines people who are in a foxhole and what that looks like. And it's just, there is such a, I want to say, it's kind of funny. It's like a ride or die mentality, but with, we are going to make each other the best possible versions of ourselves, and let's go. Yeah. And that's what I really took away from the book, is I want that energy of the let's go mentality. I think it's why, Karen, obviously you and I work so good together, right? Solid team on who we are, because let's go.
Yeah. And Barley, because we're not going to fucking agree all the time. We're not. And I think, like, I am not a quote unquote yes person, right? You're not a yes person. And that's too much. Like, it's just not who we are. And here's the thing too, guys, we're not saying that, okay, great, you need to end all the relationships and, burn the bridges of the people that are in your life. But it's, who are the people that are in that foxhole? And the thing is there's probably not a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not a lot of room in the foxhole.
I love it. And we're laughing hard because It's just part of life, right? I'll say there is no one, Karen Sullivan, I would rather be in a foxhole with than you.
Amen, Barley. Right back at you. Let's go.
All right, you guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast.
Craving more? Of course you are.
Check out our website at kickstartyouredge.com,
where we fire you up, fan the flames of your competitive edge culture, and ignite your tenacious pursuit of an all-out play-to-win mindset.